Hello and welcome to another live video. This time we're doing Christmas dinner life. You see, it's the festive season again, that time of year where we all drink far too much, we all eat far too much, we all pretend that we love our families far too much, we all sing Yuletide ditties far too much, and obviously you've got to play the annual family board game just to confirm that it is still impossible for members of the same gene pool to follow and understand a simple set of rules and instructions. And we do all that while we sit around a tree that we've ripped away from its home outside, taken it hostage and brought into our houses for some reason, and slowly killing said tree, all while it suffers the indignity of being draped in tinsel, strangled by LED lights and teabagged by a fairy. And we do all that to celebrate the birthday of a fat, red-faced animal abuser who doesn't even pay his reindeer the minimum wage. He breaks into a house every evening to eat a load of milk and cookies that you've provided for him. And does he show any sort of appreciation for the sustenance that you've provided him to keep him going through his arduous birthday journey? Does he? Heck no. What he does is he cleans you out of your milk and cookies, and then he just pisses off next door and does the same at Pete and Sheila's, the piss taker. And why? Why, I ask, do we do this and put ourselves through this each and every year? Because it's Christmas and it's bloody tradition, that's why. Now, when you're a young whippersnapper, Christmas Day is all about the presents, okay? There's no two ways about it, and there's no shame in that whatsoever. However, when you're in the twilight of your life and you're an old shipper-wapper, then Christmas Day is all about reminding your loved ones around you that you might not get to see next Christmas, okay? Well, this one could be my last. But when you're in between those two stages of your life, Christmas Day, the highlight is undoubtedly the Christmas dinner. Yeah? It's a tried and tested meal that dates back to the dawn of time, and I'm going to be giving you a comprehensive guide to help you perfect the perfect Christmas dinner with all the trimmings and all the drinks and all the treats and the sweets that are included in this jolliest of meals. Okay, so sit back and relax, take some notes down, because here is my comprehensive, simple, easy to follow guide to the perfect Christmas dinner. Let's get Christmas crackering, shall we? So let's start at the start of the day with breakfast. Now, the most essential thing that you need to keep you going through the festive period is a box of these delicacies. The Ferrero Rochers. Okay, now they're available all year round, but for some reason I only ever eat them at Christmas. Now, there's no point in getting yourself a silly little box like this that holds about 6 Rochers, okay? Now, what you want to do is you want to get yourself an industrial sized portion of Rochers, okay? Now, these actually form part of my Christmas Day breakfast, and when I say they form part of, I mean they are my Christmas Day breakfast. There's no need for avocado on toast or prawn cocktail or any other madness that you might eat for breakfast. All you need is to get yourself a tray of one of these bad boys, and in fact I have got 4 trays of these, because you need one for Christmas Eve, one for Christmas Eve, as I say, one for Christmas Day breakfast, one for Christmas evening before you go to bed after you've watched the EastEnders Christmas special, and one for Boxing Day. Now, there's only one correct way to eat a Ferrero Rocher, and I apologise for explaining this because I'm sure everybody eats these the same way. But you never know, there might be some people out there who are so uncouth that they just simply unwrap it and pop one in their mouth. No. Here is the correct way to eat a Ferrero Rocher. First of all, you start by unwrapping it, obviously. You do not want to try and eat tinfoil, believe me, especially if you've got a filling or two. Ouch. You've unwrapped the goodness, then you nibble away the outer coating, like so. You with me? Get in there, get in there. Oh, yeah. There you go. You nibble away the outer coating, and then you proceed to nibble the seam. Okay? Weaken the seam, like so, and then you pull apart. Oh, oh, yeah, and then you lick out the hazelnut goodness from the side without the nuts in. Okay. And then you munch the wafer. Then, that was right. You dig out the hazelnut. You dig out the hazelnut. Then you lick out the hazelnut goodness from this side. Munch the wafer. Or wafer. And then you're left with the pearl of the oyster, just the hazelnut with a little bit of hazelnut goodness around it, and you just suck the goodness off and munch on the hazelnut. It's quite simple. And that is the easy way, or the correct way I should say, of eating a Ferrero Rocher. Don't just pop one in your mouth, you're just going to get laughed at, okay? Follow my technique and you'll be perfect at every sort of social event you go to. So as I say, no need for cereal or soup or anything like that on Christmas morning. All you need is a box of these bad boys for your Christmas Day breakfast, and that should take you up to Christmas dinner. You know, by the time you've eaten all, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 by 8 play. It's one of those ones that nobody really... Let's call it 48. By the time you've eaten all 48 of them, it's probably going to be time for Christmas dinner anyway. So, yeah. Breakfast, done. Move on. So before we get into the main event, I'm just going to run you through a few more of the other sweets and treats that only seem to pop up around Christmas time, starting with Figlets. Someone's made a start on these already. You wait till I find them. Cheese pops up everywhere for some reason, and some of that stuff is... Oh, some of that stuff is proper potent. Now, obviously you've got your normal, you've got your cheddar there, and then you've got some orange cheese. You've got some cheese with, don't go near that stuff. You've got some cheese with blue stuff in it. You've got some cheese with red stuff in it. And you've got this cheese here which doesn't look like it's been unwrapped yet. See, clearly this is absolute rubbish. Dates, for some reason, pop up just out of nowhere. These things have been waiting all year to taste like absolute shit. Just to confirm. It doesn't even look nice. No. No. Bowl of nuts always just pops up on the table. What's that? Bowl of nuts just pop up on the table for some reason. Now, I'm not being funny, it's Christmas Day here, you're going to have enough unwrapping to do already. This is food that you've got to unwrap. It's unbelievable. And you need a tool to do it. You need like a nutcracker. And some of this stuff is dried in Gandalf's flip-flop. Gandalf? Gandhi's flip-flop. I'll sort that out in the edit, don't worry. But nuts pop up. Don't eat them. You've got your customary box of chocolates such as conifers or Coronation Street or Celebrations, and this is typically what a box of Celebrations tends to look like all across the country at the end of Christmas Day. Just full of bounties, but that's okay, because you know we've all got that weird cousin who will come round, you know, Boxing Day, and they actually enjoy coconut and chocolate together. You know, which is something wrong in their head of that cousin, isn't there? I mean, they might be useful for finishing off your box of unwanted chocolates, but you know, you wouldn't let them do the school run now, would you? No, of course you wouldn't, because we all know that the order of preference for a box of Celebrations is as follows. Top of the pile, everybody knows, is your Milky Way. Number 1. Number 2 is your Twix. Number 3, Galaxy Caramel. 4, Malteser. 5, Snickers. 6, Standard Galaxy, no caramel. And after that, Mars bar. then bringing up the rear, as we all know, Bounty. And whatever you do, do not get me started on why they decided to get rid of topic bars from the selection box. I mean, dropping the Galaxy Truffles I can understand, but the topics, they're top tier material. I mean, that would be an easy number 2 on the list, right underneath the old Milky Way, if they'd kept it in, but they're not. They've taken them out, so I can't put them in the list, I'm afraid. Such is life. So on to the main event, the actual Christmas dinner. Now, we all know that the typical Christmas Day duties are your mum does the cooking, your dad's on drink duties and wrapping paper collecting duties, your brother and or your sister is on wind-up duties, and Alfie, as per usual, is on leftover food hoovering up duties. The absolute gannet. Now, a lot of people can make a big fuss over Christmas dinner, and it can cause some mums to get into a bit of a flat, and you know, they can really stress about getting the Christmas dinner spot on for their family and guests, and especially the turkey part. But fear not, people, for I am here to take your hand and guide you through this pitfall-ridden experience, and I'm going to give you some handy tips and tricks to make your life easier without compromising on the all-important Christmas dinner quality. So let's start with the main event and potentially the trickiest part of the Christmas dinner, which is the turkey. The main event, yeah? Now, before I show you my way of doing the Christmas turkey, just for a comparison, I'm going to show you Heston Bloomin' Arsehole's recipe for a Christmas turkey. Now, hold on to your hats, because this is bound to be absolutely ludicrous, and I bet you he's unnecessarily overcomplicated everything massively here. Right, so just listen to this bullshit. So, starting off, Heston Bloomin' Arseholes. He's trying to get you to mix salt with 10 litres of water. Bang, straight away, right? 10 litres of water. Who's got 10 litres of water just hanging about? Submerge the turkey in the brine. Bang, right? He's just completely made up a word for salt water there. Why? What is the point? We've already got a word for salt water. It's called salt water. Cover the bowl and refrigerate for 9 hours or overnight. I'm sorry, but is this bloke condensed or something? Think about it, right? If we leave the turkey overnight, yeah, it's not going to be Christmas Day anymore, is it, you bellend? It's going to be Boxing Day dinner, and that's a completely different video altogether. Remove the bird from the brine. Bang, he's assuming the gender of the turkey. Huh? I don't appreciate that shit. How does he know that it's a bird turkey, huh? It could be a geezer turkey, couldn't it? Disgusting behaviour. Then submerge the undetermined gendered turkey in cold water for 1 hour, changing the water every 15 minutes. What are we doing here? Are we cooking some meat, or are we giving it a sponge bath? Huh? Preheat the oven to 210 degrees centigrade. Oh, finally, 9 hours later, we're switching the pissing oven on. Work the skin away from the flesh and rub 100 G's of butter between the skin and the flesh. Look at that, did you hear that? We're giving it a bloody massage now. Stick a load of veg, that's not the official words, stick a load of veg in a roasting tin and set the bird atop. Again, did you hear that? Yeah? Not only have we given this bird a bath, we've given it a massage, and we're making its bloody bed as well now. Add wine. Bit late for the wine, Heston. I've been whining since the start of this blooming recipe. Hey, hey. And cook for 30 minutes. I don't know about you, but 30 minutes does not seem like a long enough time. Like, what are we doing? Medium rare turkey here, Heston? You amateur. Reduce the oven to tears.
You're just a shit fridge freezer. Shit fridge freezer.
Oh, sorry, it says reduce the oven to 130 degrees centigrade. That makes more sense. Baste the turkey with herb butter. That's just a normal thing that everyone's got lying about. And cook until the neck or thighs reach 70 degrees centigrade. How on earth are you going to know what 70 degrees centigrade feels like? What does he think? We've all got temperature calibrated fingertips. Continue basting every 45 minutes for 3 to 3.5 hours. He's got to be having a laugh at this point. That's just not feasible, is it? When are you going to have time to watch the Muppets Christmas Carol on Christmas Day if you're in the kitchen massaging your meat for 3.5 hours? Remove the turkey from the oven. Oh, that's promising. We might actually get to eat something in a minute. Hold up. Remove the turkey from the oven and let it rest for 30 minutes before carving. Oh, no, I was wrong, fuck me. The food's ready, right? The table's set. Grandad, he's got his elasticated trousers on, ready to expand exponentially, and we are putting mouth-ready food on the side to rest. Why are we letting it rest for half an hour? Why does it need a rest? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's dead already. I'm getting well pissed off with this now, and I'm sure you are too, right? What is next on this list of utter dribble? Gravy. Okay, here we go. Surely he cannot mess up gravy, can he? Make the gravy, heat peanut oil. Peanut oil? Ah, I'll give up. Waste my time. I'm sorry I had to put you through that, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm sure you understand why I did that. I'm just trying to show you how easy and stress-free my Christmas dinner is compared to others. So here is how you get the Christmas turkey spot on, stress and hassle-free every single time. Bang! There you go. Turkey done already. Now I ask you, 3.5 hours or 3.5 seconds? The choice is yours. Fondle and fornicate a small ostrich all afternoon, or whack down a couple of slices of Billy Bear ham. You know, it's completely up to you. Now, you know, I know it's called Billy Bear ham and not Billy Bear turkey, but, you know, like ham and turkey, they come from the same animal, don't they? So they taste exactly the same. So, you know, I mean, what's the point? You know, it's only a name. Calm down. Turkey covered. Now let's move on to the spuds. Now, you've got a lot of options when it comes to your potatoes. You know, there are many different ways of serving up your King Edwardses, such as, you know, you've got your roast potato, your baked potato, your mashed potato, your jacket potato, your dauphinoise potato, your Juliet potato, your baby potato, your Hasselback potato. You know, I mean, I could go on and on and on. And I will. You've got potato wedges, boiled potato, potato gratin, smashed potato, potato salad, potatoes bravas, fondant potatoes, roasted potatoes, potato skins, and of course, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. There are many ways of cooking all those types of potato I just mentioned, all with varying degrees of difficulty, but we're going to keep it simple here and go with microwave chips. Now don't just whack them on the plate. If you put them in a nice like Jenga formation, yeah, it adds to the overall presentation. Look at that. Lovely. Potatoes. Done. Next up is the peas. Now, some people might decide to use Poddington peas, but if you want to use them, then you've got to go all the way down at the bottom of the garden, amongst the burden bees. An easier alternative are these orange peas I found down at the bottom of my cupboard, amongst the biscuit and teas. Heat them up, plate them up, easy street. We all love a good stuffing once in a while, and there are many different ways to get stuffed, you know, such as garlic and herb, sage and onion, apricot and hazelnut, bacon and cranberry, but all those take a lot of time and effort to prepare. A far easier way to make some stuffing is to simply remove the pastry from a pork pizzle or two. Here we go. Stuffing done. The same technique can be taken to achieve the glorious, juicy, crispy sausage meat for your Christmas dinner. But obviously using a sausage roll this time instead of a pork pizzle. Again, without the pastry. Sausage meat done. Another absolute highlight of this meal is, of course, the pigs in blankets. Now, I blooming love pigs in blankets myself. In fact, I'd be more than happy with just a plate of blanketed pigs for my dinner, to be fair. And they are real easy to make too. All you have to do is you take a Percy pig and or cheaper alternative, wrap him up nice and warm in his blanket. Oh yeah. And just pop him on your plate. Proceed to the devouring. Going from a very popular aspect of the Christmas dinner to a rather more controversial one that is prone to splitting the opinions at the dinner table, and that is of course the dreaded or delightful Brussels sprout. But no matter whether you see the Brussels sprout as something to be feared, you know, and something to be pushed to the side of the plate, or, you know, accidentally fed to the dog. Or, you know, you fall on the other side of the spectrum and you just can't get enough sprouting Belgians, then I have the answer for you right here. Because these Jean-Claude Van Damme balls I have on my plate are actually made of chocolate. Winner, winner, Christmas dinner. Despite having peas and sprouts on your plate already, there is still room that needs to be filled with accompanying veg, I'm afraid, and a common choice to fill those lonely voids is broccoli. The easiest way to achieve the perfect broccoli is to simply use one of Ralph Dog's chew toys. Ta-da! And last but certainly by no means least is the juicy goodness that we need to completely smother all these foods in and really top this dish off, and that is of course the tipple of all self-respecting overweight champions everywhere, gravy. That gravy could not be more easy to make, to be fair. Get yourself some piping hot water, add some gravy granules, combine, mix to a gloopy paste, and then just pour all over your Christmas dinner. Oh, the pièce de résistance. Beautiful. So there is the main course, absolutely perfected to perfection. Okay, I guarantee there will be no complaints whatsoever from whomsoever is around the dinner table. And if you do happen to get into complaints, then I offer 100%, 10% money back guarantee. T's and C's apply. Just before we address dessert, we need to touch on the Christmas tipples that are going to be floating around on the 25th of December. This is the imperative liquid stuff that just about keep your family members on the edge of tolerable for the day. In the morning, to accompany your Rocher breakfast, you want to ease yourself into the day with a glass or 6 of Bucks Fizz. Yeah, it's great for all the family. You know, you get the kids involved as well because it's non-alcoholic, I think. Off we go. Oh, no, it is alcoholic. Why didn't you say so? I was genuinely not aware that this was alcoholic, this stuff. Throughout Christmas Day, it is actually considered blasphemous and against British law to go without having a beer or fruit-based drink for the ladies within arm's reach at all times. Me, I like to visit our European friends on the continent and go with either a 1664 or in this case I've got a 1 Pablo San Miguel because that's what Costco had. Got Crater Days, lovely. As the night draws in on Christmas evening, you're going to want to move on from the bubbly and gassy beer onto the more sophisticated Baileys, okay? This stuff is literally alcoholic double cream. You do stick it over some ice and you simply cannot go wrong with that combination. You can get Baileys in all sorts of flavours. They do like mint, caramel, hazelnut, although for some reason I'm all hazelnutted out at the moment. Might have something to do with the 326 Rochers I've devoured earlier. But yeah, enjoy the old Baileys. Oh, it's a lovely hearty Christmas tipple. What's that? Did someone say product sponsorship deal? I couldn't agree more. If the makers of Bailey want to get in touch, then please do write to me at my address, which is 213 The Dog House, just off of Dog Park, Dogfordshire, SG LBC D09. I look forward to hearing your correspondence. Although, not in my luck, I'll probably end up with a Bay Leaves product placement deal instead in the Bailey's one. Oh, yay. And finally, we reach the Christmas Day dessert. Now, I do not recommend traditional Christmas pudding. There's too much fruit going on in there for my liking. And let's be honest, the first time it was ever made, the bloke who invented it decided that it tasted so bad that he set fire to it, yeah. And yet some people still pretend on enjoying it. Nutbags. I will allow an odd mince pie or two, so long as it's accompanied with lashings of double cream or brandy butter or even custard, but I will not accept ice cream, okay? If you're having ice cream for dessert or with a dessert, grow up, will ya? My preferred way to end off a hearty Christmas meal is with a Christmas Yule log. Nice big one is what you want here. That way you're going to have some left over for Boxing Day. What you want to do is you want to cut yourself a little sliver. There we go. That's for Boxing Day. Get yourself an appropriately sized spoon and just start devouring this bad boy. Oh. Oh. The spoon's not cutting it. Oh. Is that my nose? Well, right. Look, right, so there we have it. This has been Christmas. This has been Christmas dinner, huh? Ah, yeah. So there we go. That's been Christmas dinner life. I hope you've all enjoyed it and you've learnt a thing or two, and you're going to give my Christmas dinner recipe a go. I'll catch you all next time. TTFN and all that.